Hello friends, welcome. Today we will discuss the design of a single plate clutch. This is the diagrammatic representation of a single plate clutch in which a single disc is placed between the two friction surfaces. These are the parameters. The parameters are T is a top transmitted, P is intensity of pressure, R1, R2. R1 is taken as a outer radii, R2 is taken as inner radii. And R, the simple R radius is a radius of a small elemental ring, which is taken for design purpose. Now mu is a coefficient of friction. Now in order to start a design, first of all we'll consider small elemental ring of radius R. We'll consider small elemental ring of radius R having thickness dr. So in this, first of all, the area of a friction surface, area is basically the circumference. So the area is given as area is equal to 2 pi r dr. Now the normal or axial force, we know the formula of axial forces: pressure into area. So what is pressure? Pressure is P, and area what we have find 2 pi r dr. Now the friction surface, so friction surface Fr is given as mu into del W of a small elemental ring, and which is when we place the value of mu del W in from the above equation, we get, so therefore the frictional torque of a small elemental ring Tr is given as what? Fr into R. What is Fr? Fr is from the above equation mu pi r dr into R. Therefore Tr is given as 2 pi mu p r square dr. This is taken as equation number 1, very important equation. Now moving further, when we go for a design of a single plate clutch, we have to consider two cases. First case is uniform pressure case, another case is uniform wear case. So when we go for a uniform pressure case, in this, first of all, we have to see that the pressure is uniformly distributed over the clutch plate. So the intensity of pressure is given as P is equal to W divided by pi R2 square. From equation 1, what we can write? Tr is equal to 2 pi mu p r square dr. Therefore total frictional torque will be given as Tr. When we see, this is a torque of a small elemental ring. When we integrate this torque of a small elemental ring from lower radii to the higher radii, we will get out the total torque of a friction plate or a friction surface. So it will get R2 R1 2 pi mu p r square dr. So when we integrate it, taking constant outside, we will get r cube divided by 3 r1 r2. When we will move further, what we will get? After placing the value of p from the above equation and putting the lower and higher limit, what we will get? Tr is equal to 2 pi mu W divided by pi r1 square minus r2 square, and this one is r1 cube minus r2 cube divided by 3. So after simplifying this, what we will get? We will get 2 by 3 mu W r1 cube minus r2 cube divided by r1 square minus r2 square. So in generalized form, what we can write? Tr is equal to mu Wr. Where R is mean radius having value 2 by 3 R1 cube minus R2 cube divided by R1 square minus R2 square. So this is basically the value of mean radius for a uniform pressure. Now, considering other case of a uniform wear theory. In uniform wear, what we can say that the amount of friction work must be proportional to the amount of wear occurred. That means the normal wear must be proportional to the work of friction. Again, we know that the intensity of pressure must be inversely proportional with the distance. That means the intensity of pressure varies with the radius of a clutch. So we can say P into R must be equal to C, that is constant. So from here we can write P is equal to C upon R. Now the normal force acting on the ring del W is P into 2 pi R dr. After placing the value of P, what we will get? C upon R into 2 pi R dr. So this is the del W, normal force on the smaller ring. Now what if we will find the total force? Total force will be found out by integrating it from lower limit to higher limit. So this will be R2 R1 divided by 2 pi C dr, as it will cancel out. So what we'll get? We will get 2 pi C R integration. So we will get 2 pi C R1 minus R2. So after solving this, what we will get? The value of C. So the value of C will be W divided by 2 pi R1 minus R2. So this is the value of basically a constant C. Now moving further, now from equation 1, again from equation 1 what we will get? From equation 1 we will get the value of TR, that is TR is equal to 2 pi mu P R square dr. After placing the value of P in terms of C, what we will get? 2 pi mu So after solving this, what we will get? 2 pi mu C R dr. So this is what? This is basically after solving the value of torque, placing the value of P in terms of C. Now again the total torque T we can integrate, we can find out by integrating it from lower limit to higher limit. So what we will get? R2 R1 2 pi mu C R dr. So taking constants outside, we will get the integration of RS R square by 2. So after placing the value of C and limits, what we will get? The value of C is W upon 2 pi R1 minus R2. W upon 2 pi R1 minus R2. And implementing the lower limit and higher limit, what we will get? This. So after solving this, what we will get? TR is equal to 1 upon 2 mu W R1 plus R2. In other words, we can say TR is equal to mu WR, where R is mean radius, having the value of R1 plus R2 upon 2. So this is basically a torque, a generalized formula for torque, that is torque is equal to mu WR, where R is a mean radius which varies for uniform pressure. The formula of R will varies from a uniform pressure and a uniform wear. So in general, we can write the formula of torque transmitted T is equal to N mu WR, where N indicates the number of contact surfaces. For a single plate clutch, as a plate is single, as you see the plate is single, the contact surface will be two side, so n will be equal to 2. So in single plate, the generalized value of n will be equal to 2. This derivation is similar to the multi-plate clutch. There is the only difference that n will be replaced by the formula n1 plus n2 minus 1 for multi-plate clutch. N1 is the number of plates of number of plates of driving surface, and N2 is for the driven surface. So whenever there are 5 plates, that means the number of contact surface will be 1 less than from the total number of surfaces. That is, if you have 5 plates, total 5 plates, that means the number of contact surface will be equal to 4. It is practically, it can be proved. Thank you. Today's lecture is over. Thank you.